The WNBA is currently standing on the edge of a cliff, and the next few days could determine whether the league explodes into its most successful season ever or grinds to a catastrophic halt. We're talking about a high-stakes, make-or-break showdown between the players and the league owners that is happening right now in New York. The tension is so thick you can cut with a knife, and for the first time in history, the players aren't just asking for a seat at the table. They're threatening to flip the table over entirely. With a strike looming and the 2026 season hanging in the balance, the power dynamic has shifted in a way we've never seen before.
Perhaps the players and the league to meet face to face for the first time in a minute is kind of the rough deadline for when things would have to be worked out in order for this schedule to hit, especially with the expansion drafts and free agency before the WNBA draft in April, and then the season set to start in March.
Before we dive into the explosive details of this meeting, make sure to hit that subscribe button and drop a comment below, letting me know what topic you want to see covered next. At the center of this storm is a massive face-to-face meeting in New York City. For months, the players' union and the league have been trading proposals like they're playing a game of poker, but nobody is folding. The deadline is February, and if a deal isn't reached, the entire schedule, including the expansion drafts and free agency, could be wiped out.
This is a meeting that I think everyone understands what's at stake timeline-wise. At the end of the day, we're human beings. I think Kelsey Plum dropping that news today at Unrivaled. She said in part, I think we'll learn a lot from this meet to be there. This is something Breanna Stewart had pushed for before, saying that the meetings were getting sidetracked and all that.
Stars like Kelsey Plum and Breanna Stewart have been pushing for this in-person meeting because they know the Zoom call era of negotiating is over. They need to look the owners in the eye and decide the future of the sport. But while some players are calling for calm, others are bringing the heat. Natasha Cloud recently went viral with some of the most aggressive language we've ever heard in a labor dispute. She looked directly into the camera and sent a clear message to the WNBA front office. We will not move until y'all move.
From the proposals that they sent before, and thus far, thus not worth responding to.
Of any business to not literally pay the players that make your business go. Without us, there is no WC. There is a reason, and we will not move until y'all move. So I'm gonna look directly into the camera too. We will not fucking move until y'all move.
The players feel that for years, their value has been underestimated. And now that the league has more momentum and investment than ever, they want their fair share.
We may get a deal or a strike out of that meeting. I think it is that important, that pivotal, the WNBA. The players had sent a proposal to the league, which the league feels just isn't materially different. And, they needed to be in the same room, essentially, to make progress. And this is when there should be a sense of urgency. I mean,
they know a massive new TV deal is coming in 2 years, and they're refusing to sign anything that doesn't give them a piece of that future gold mine.
The players are standing to make significant raises, salaries going up over $1 million, and whatever the numbers are that she was referencing there, and the revenue share, we know that has been a sticking. The idea that the players aren't going to get paid is frankly kind of just false.
Now, this is where it gets interesting for fans of the game's biggest stars. While the veterans are fighting the battle in the boardroom, the shadow of Caitlin Clark looms over everything. Caitlin is actually in New York right now, and there is heavy speculation that she might walk into that meeting room. Think about the leverage that creates. Caitlin Clark is the reason TV ratings are up 1,000%. She is the reason arenas are selling out. If the league goes on strike, the person they lose the most money on is Caitlin. Her voice in that room wouldn't just be another player's voice. It would be the voice of the entire economy of the WNBA. The league owners are in a tough spot. On one hand, they've already offered significant raises. We're talking about jumping the max base salary from $250,000 to over $1 million. To most people, that looks like a huge win. But the players are looking at the billions of dollars in revenue on the horizon and saying, that's not enough. They aren't just looking for a raise. They're looking for a transformation. They want a revenue-sharing model that reflects the fact that they're the product. Without the players, there's no WNBA, And without Caitlin Clark, the new WNBA doesn't exist.
In the past, and Cloud is right to say that is the power, the power the players have is they are the product. Is transformative and factoring in media rights deals down the line. I think it's going to be transformative.
This creates a massive checkball moment. If the two sides can't agree on the major points, the salary cap, the revenue share, and the veteran minimums, we are looking at a cancel season. Imagine the momentum of the last year, all the new fans who started watching because of the rivalry between Caitlin and Angel Reese, all the sold-out stadiums. Imagine all of that disappearing overnight because of a strike. It would be a business catastrophe. The players are standing 10 toes down, as Natasha Cloud put it, betting that the league is too afraid to lose the Caitlin Clark effect. But the league is also worried about losing money if they give away too much of the pie too soon. It's a classic standoff, but the stakes have never been higher because the spotlight has never been brighter. For the first time, the general public is actually paying attention to these contract talks because they actually care if the games happen. So, as we head into this endgame meeting, everyone is holding their breath. Will cooler heads prevail? Will they find a way to split the billions of dollars coming their way? Or will pride and line in the sand language destroy the best thing to ever happen to women's sports? The fans want to see Caitlin Clark back on the court. They want to see the league grow, and they want to see the players get paid what they're worth. But right now, it's all up in the air. If they walk out of that New York meeting without a handshake, the 2026 season might just be a ghost town. The players know they have the power, the owners know they have the checks, and the fans are caught in the middle. We're about to find out if the WNBA is ready to be a major league, or if it's going to trip right before it reaches the finish line. One thing is for sure. The world is watching, and for Caitlin Clark and the rest of the league, the endgame is finally here.